Welcome to Mystic Dragonfly Garden. I wanted to give you a garden tour of Dragonfly Lane. You were with me when I cleaned up this area for the spring. We put down fertilizer, we put down permatil, we spread the mulch, we divided plants, and we saved a kaleidoscope abelia from what the voles had done to it. So I want to show you what this area looks like now. So here we have that kaleidoscope abelia that has made a wonderful recovery from the devastation the voles had on this plant. They had destroyed much of the root system, although there was one really deep root in there. So we were able to dig out around where they had eaten the roots and backfill it with dirt and lots of permatil. And here we have a wonderful recovery with this bush. Here we have some clover that has made its appearance since we first filmed the saving of this kaleidoscope abelia. We have lilies popping up out of the ground. And we have that red peony that I reached down into this Japanese spurge to find. Look how much it has popped up, and it's getting ready to bloom. We have our daffodils that are dying back, but the lilies we separated are making their appearance slowly. And then here we have, look at these heucheras, how they have exploded in size. We have our little blue stem grass that is popping up out of the ground. Excuse the weeds, it's time to come back through and weed again. Oh my goodness. Here we have our daisies. They are looking alive and well. And these irises are about to bloom. You can see the African violets that just have had their way amongst these irises. We'll just leave them be. They want to grow there. They're a good ground cover. The irises can pop up through them, so that is perfectly fine. Here is our hosta. I do not know the name of this variety, but it is one of my favorites. It was gifted to me years ago, and I have divided it multiple times since then and have it through this garden. We have columbine that has made an appearance. This was a new variety that I planted. This is songbird cardinal. I think this variety that was already in the ground, it's that same burgundy color, but I believe it's a different columbine flower. Not sure of the variety. I think it was just a multi-pack that I had bought at one time. But that's all right. They complement each other. And then we have some lilies here. Oh my goodness, they are happy in that pot for sure. These irises have bloomed. And there is our perennial geranium. Look at how that thing has exploded. In that video, I cut this all the way back, and obviously it is very happy since I did that. Here we have some salvia. And then our platinum blonde lilac that is obviously very happy. The lilies behind it that have consumed this space, which is what they do. These are a burgundy and yellow in color, and then that one in the back is salmon. Down here we have some Fort Hill phlox with just a few blooms left on it. And we have another variety of a perennial geranium. And this jasmine of some sort is leafing out. It's a little slow to leaf out, but it is coming along. And then as we move out of Dragonfly Lane, we move over here into Rose Ridge. And we have these irises and the roses. And look, we have our first bloom. That is that gorgeous orange rose that I picked up years ago that I'm not sure of the name. And look, there's a sweet yellow rosebud. Now this one over here, which I wasn't sure if it was going to come back or not, there's a few more dead stems I need to cut out of there, but I am happy to say this one is going to make it with its handful of rosebuds on it. And then moving over here, we have the butterfly bush that we cut back. And at the time, all the daffodils were in bloom over here, but as you can see, they are dying back. And we have lilies making an appearance. And this purple heart. And then our phlox is on its way out. And here we have our Rose of Sharon, which is leafed out. The Little Kim Rose of Sharon. The strawberry lemonade marigolds are looking happy and starting to fill out. And of course the clover trying to take over the wire vine. We'll have to get that out of there. Now this area was a complete blank slate. Everything was dormant. And I had mentioned how when it all flushed out, how you wouldn't be able to see the mulch. And we've almost got the mulch covered. We've got the peonies, which they are about to bloom. These are a hot pink peony. They were gifted to me, so I do not know the variety. We have our barberries. These might be rose glow. I really need to find out because I have one that I need to replace back through there. I think that's what that variety is. And then another hosta, which is that same one I showed earlier. We have coneflowers making an appearance, and lilies. I believe this might be autumn joy sedum. This was also gifted to me, but it resembles autumn joy sedum. And then our tiger lilies and Tradescantia kiss. And lots of tiger lily seedlings that I need to move and give them a new home. And right here we have a perennial hibiscus, and you can see right through there it is starting to make its appearance. It is a white with a pink, hot pink center. I do not know the variety. It was a clearance find years ago. And we have black-eyed Susans making their appearance right through there. Here is that beast of a rose bush, the deep, deep purple rose that has flushed back out. I had trimmed it back and shared that with you. And the sedum is making its appearance, as well as this purple cushion flower. We need to find something for this pot. I've thought about putting a hosta in here because once all of this flushes out, this little pot actually becomes a shade planter. So I need to move a hosta in here. And it looks like I'm going to have to move these iris because at one time they bloomed before these tiger lilies got to be so tall, but these tiger lilies are really established, so I'm going to have to move these irises further into the front come August and September when it's time to move them. But there we go. Weeds and all, that is this garden bed flushed out. For the love of dirt, step outside. Enjoy what nature has to offer. Until next time.